Okay, let's do the part two of how to prepare for exams in National University of Nigeria. Um, okay, I will call this how not to prepare for an examination in National University of Nigeria. In part one, I actually forgot to mention my name, but my name is Prof. Omolara Nwabueze. I'm a professor of English and also the Dean Faculty of Arts and also a former center director in Benin Center of NOUN. Now, so some of the things I'll be saying are actually from my experience as a center director and also my experience as having been a dean for more than a year now. So let's just talk about it, and also a concern academics, because it really bothers me when I see young people um, not seeing that their integrity and their name is the most important property they have. Yeah, it is. That's just the truth of the matter. Your integrity and your name. That's your most important integrity. Take that from me. No matter what anybody has, no matter the jeep, no matter the whatever that anybody tells you, I assure you that the most important property you can ever have is your name. And that's why you should guard it. You should guard it with all you've got. You should. Now, the first thing is this: do not use mercenaries to do your registration. I mentioned this in passing in the first part of the video. And what did I say? That I gave an example of a young man that came for an exam when I was study center director, and then I mean, of course, when students come complaints the way I am, I was running up and down trying to find a solution, and then eventually I found out that this young man said that he was registered for exam. Why should this course be repeated and all of that? I said, ah. So in the course of investigation, what we found is that he went to cyber cafe, and that's why I actually am totally against that. I'll do another video to explain to you the process for you to do your registration. You don't need somebody. If you have a smartphone, even if you don't have a smartphone, go to a cyber cafe to use their system, buy airtime or buy data time, and then use it to do your registration. Do not stay somewhere else and send them money to be doing registration for you. The step by step can be done. It is everything on the website. And if you're not too sure what to do, go to your study center, ask for a counselor, ask for a faculty desk officer. They will guide you on what to do. It's better than for you to now be that you come for an exam that you found that you paid somebody to do for you and the person did not register you, or the person registered you for wrong courses. So you need to take note of that and avoid that story that touched the heart. So do not use mercenaries to do your registration for you, and do not engage mercenaries to come and do your examinations for you. You always get caught. And if you do it once, you did not get caught, you do it the next time, you will get caught. I assure you, the karma is real and you will always get it back. So now, what am I saying now? That do not use mercenaries. Then the second thing is this, that do not go to examination hall with cheating materials. Some of you, I thank God for the wisdom God gave me when I was in Benin. From very terrible cheating records, we went to almost zero. Within those 2 years, I was there as center director, and I give God all the glory. It's not by mind or by power, it's God's help, because I help the students to understand why it is very important that they earn their certificate. And when you earn your certificate, you can be proud to say, I mean, I look at my records, my academic records, I saw there's a pattern of my ability, and it is maintained all through my schooling, and by the grace of God, it's still being maintained. So do not go to hall, no matter the temptation. If a course is difficult for you to do, it is more honorable for you to refuse to take that course and will take it the following year than to say you will go and cheat. Cheating does not help anybody. It works against you, because eventually, like I said before, you will eventually get caught. There is no doubt about it. There's no how long. Yorubas have a proverb. They will say that if a lie goes for 20 years, one day the truth will catch up with it. And I can assure you that is true. So Do not go with cheating materials into the exam hall. They call it chukule in Benin. I don't know what they call it. Some people call it bullets, but whatever it is, don't go with paper with the intention of cheating. Don't go with anything with the intention of cheating. Read your course materials. I have mentioned that. I mean, do all that I said in the first video. I can assure you that you will be glad. At the end of the day, you will be proud of yourself that, oh, so it is me that did this and got this. Now, the second thing is this. Do not discuss with anyone in the exam hall. You may say, oh, to the invigilator, when you are caught, oh, no, I was only asking questions. Oh, I was only guys for clarification. Why will you do that inside the exam hall? Do your group discussion before class. I mean, before the exam. Every group discussion you need to make, do it. I mean, it is allowed. I remember that by the grace of God, we were able to have a pavilion built for students in Benin before I left there. And I make sure that chairs are put there and everything, so that students can go there, do their discussion, do their study, do their preparation before an exam. And some that became smart and understood, they started engaging with it, they started using it. All discussion you want to do it before the exam. Inside the exam hall, you are expected to talk only to yourself, not to any other person. Otherwise, it is called cheating. It is an exam malpractice. So understand that. Now, another thing that you should not do in the exam hall is what do you call it now? Do not carry your phone. Your smartphone should not go with you to the exam hall. You are not expected in NOUN to come with your phone. I don't know about other institutions, but in NOUN, you are not expected to come to the exam hall with your smartphone. And I can assure you that we have been able to catch some people with their smartphone. And then we have found inside those smartphone course materials. And I wouldn't know, for God's sake, how will you, except you have marked those course materials, how will you be able to start reading course material inside the exam? You should have done that before the exam. You should have done that before the exam. That is the truth. Okay. So let me go on. Do also not construe yourself to a nuisance. I know some people, when they are called, instead of cooperating with the village, they will start turning themselves to a nuisance. Do not become a nuisance. Don't make noise. Like I said before, one of the things you should do actually is to read the rules guiding exams in NOUN when you are giving your script, because it's always written at the back of every script. Do also not, okay, I mentioned do not go with your smartphone. Do not go also late to the exam hall. Instead of having to beg, I should be allowed in when people have sat. And because there's a time of grace given, and that's 30 minutes. And I don't know, you I don't know, but the way it's done is that we actually lock the gates so that you do not come and bring in compromising materials. So don't go to the exam hall late. You already have the time on the timetable. Why not make the effort? And why the study centers are near you is so that you don't need to travel to get there. The study center you have to spend 30 minutes to get to is already quite far. So, but assuming it is even up to that, you cannot tell me that you have a study center that is as far as 2 hours. So that you now say, okay, but even if it is 2 hours, yeah, wherever you are, if for the 8 a.m. exam, if you leave your home by 6, every other thing being equal, you are likely to get there on time. But then I advise, instead of coming for another time, come in the night before. And then you'll be able to find a place to stay or even pay for a hotel, and then you have your exam. But as much as possible, the study center, even we have community study centers now, go to a study center that is near you so that you don't have to start begging that you are late and you should be allowed in, which is an illegal thing to do. Now, another thing I will advise you is this: don't stay in the midst of cheats. People that are going to cheat, then you are saying they are missed, and you now say, no, me, I am not cheating. I am standing honestly. I did not cheat. for God's sake, go and tell it to the marines. If you decide to surround yourself with people that are cheating and they are talking or doing all kind of things, then you now say you will not be implicated, it is difficult. But if you are placed somewhere and you are seeing that kind of thing going on, I think the best thing is that you raise up your hand and ask to be relocated. It is allowed. It is very, very much allowed. So I advise you that if peradventure you are located among people that you see that they are doing compromising things, you can ask to be relocated. I remember as a very young undergraduate then, I sat somewhere, some young ladies that had a reputation then on campus, at UI, that they go for parties, they do all kind of things. Then I was I thank God for my friends, because we were always sitting, we were always doing the night before discussion before the exam. So now I thank God everybody will get to the exam, everybody feels their business. So then imagine somebody I don't know from either, you come and now start asking me, yeah, number this, number that. I said, please, I will report you. I raise my hand. You cannot come and use your own to spoil my name. My own name is very, very important. So yes, I was very young then, probably I think less than 20 years, but I was conscious that my name is important to me. So I didn't want somebody to be talking to me, then I will now be say that probably I was discussing with the person or I was cheating with the person. No, I knew where I came from. I came from my degree and I wanted to have it. So if you are placed inadvertently among cheating, raise up your hand and ask to be relocated once you see them exhibiting that character of cheating. It is allowed. You have a right. I mean, people may even say you are snitching. You are not snitching on anybody. You are protecting yourself. So do not let yourself be compromised or be dragged into that what do you call it, into that compromised situation due to a carelessness of not being able to alert your what do you call it, your vigilators on time, that you want to be relocated, you want to change. I hope that this what do you call it now, I call them piece of advice, counsel, points that are made, I hope they are useful to you in preparing for your exam. Do not put yourself in a situation where you will be having to tell a story that touches the heart. Put yourself in a situation where you can be proud of coming out with a certificate that is proud. We have found that many of our students, like I said, I'm going to do other videos on that, have been found to do very, very excellently well. When they go outside the country, go to other university, they are always excelling. Like we have testimony even in the law school now. I mean, they're excelling. So you should too. And one of the things that makes you to excel, to be among those people, those top people that that they say are excelling, is that you are able to study, because we have a special way that we train our students that actually makes it possible for you to have a beautiful way of being able to be so self-sufficient. You can do well anywhere. I wish you the best of luck. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button so that you can get more video contents, more useful contents. God bless you, and I wish you success in this forthcoming exam. In Jesus' mighty name.